What's going on, guys? Jesse Haynes here with cardlines.com, and this is part 2 of our 6-part how to optimize your eBay listing tutorial. So every episode we're going to be talking about a different facet of eBay listing, going through there and looking at how to get the most bang for your buck anytime you're listing on eBay, whether it's buy it now or an auction. These are just for sports cards, and as sports card collectors and enthusiasts, we want you to get the most out of all of your auctions, and we're going to help you do that. The easiest way, I think, to do this is walking through it together with a mock eBay listing. So just like I did in the last video, today we're going to be doing basically the exact same thing, picking up where I left off with this hypothetical listing of a Karl Anthony Towns rookie autograph, and just going through step by step all the different categories and subcategories that we will be selecting from a listing, including the pictures and how to do all that. Here's where we left off last time. Karl Anthony Towns, 2015-16 rookie RC auto number 25, NBA Hoops, hot signatures. That's the title we went with, and we walked through all the elements that you need to consider in a title and what makes a title stand out. Looked at all these different auctions for very common cards and pulled out the common traits that help them sell for the most to apply to our own listing. So we left off here. Now it's time to look through all the details. First thing they ask you is a subtitle. It's an upsell unless you're selling like a $5,000 card. I don't know that I'd have a subtitle. I've never used one personally. Categories you have to use. Trading card singles, this final category, that's where I live 95% of the time. Occasionally I'll list a lot, or you can do like sealed trading card boxes, sealed trading card cases, or packs. Occasionally I'll be in there. Most of the time is trading card singles. One note, one of the options here is autographs originals. Even if you're selling an autograph, as long as it is a sports card in any way, shape, or form, I would list it under sports trading cards, trading card singles. There's just a lot more visibility in that category. Autograph-original is more for like pictures, memorabilia, signed basketball, something like that. You can list that there. Variations, no. UPC, no. Here's the images. If you read my accompanying article about how to do all of the extra details in an eBay listing that goes with this video, I say that I think I'd recommend 6 or 7 pictures. I would do a front of the card, close-up of all the front corners, a back of the card, and then probably the top half of the back of the card, a closer-up shot, and then the bottom half of the front or of the back of the card. That said, I'm working with pictures I had saved on my computer, so these are actually scans of this card. If I was doing this for real, I'd probably have 6 or 7 pictures, but for the sake of what we're doing here as a tutorial, overlook that, forgive me. We're moving on down here. Item specifics, whether or not your card is graded. It is not. If it is graded, you have the option to pick your professional grader. You'll have some recommendations. Typically, we'll say it's a 9. Professional grader, there's a few different options. Obviously, PSA is probably the most popular, BGS, whatever. This card is not graded, and if you select no here, it should clear that. It gives you like the eyeball test. So you can say near mint better, excellent, very good, poor. This card I'd say is excellent and has a soft corner on the back, which I will disclose in the description below. But for the most part, it's good. Sport, a lot of different sports. I usually pick either basketball or alpine skiing. I'm just kidding. I know what alpine skiing is once every 4 years. Typically basketball, football, baseball, those are going to be your go-tos. They'll be recommended for you. And then you add the set here. Sometimes the set will be recognized. Sometimes you have to type it yourself. Either way, valuable to have right there. Here we go with the recommended instead of the required. The athlete, there's a lot of different options. Karl Anthony Towns was one of the options. Manufacturer, Panini, Topps. There are a ton of manufacturers on here, but most of the big ones are going to be recommended for you as well. Season, this will pull from your title and probably auto-populate if you include it in the title. eBay's very smart. It actually had auto-populated Minnesota Timberwolves as well, just based on Karl Anthony Towns, so eBay's more up-to-date on sports headlines than I am. Parallel variety, I'll be completely honest, I do not know what the variety of this card or the parallel of this number to 25 short print is. It's probably like silver hollow or something. Not sure. I'm not going to fill it in. If you're selling a prism that's like a silver prism, be sure to identify that it's a silver or, you know, a blue wave prism or whatever. There's a lot of different parallel options to type in here. Features, autograph is not one of them because it's lower listed, but be sure to just kind of look through and check all the boxes. that your card makes sense with. So rookie, short print, serial numbered, parallel, variety, all of those make sense with this Karl Anthony Towns card. And just for the record, it's a parallel because there's a non-numbered version. So this is the numbered 25 version, and it is like refractive. League, NBA, autograph, yes. Autograph authentications for like on-card sign in a person. You go to an autograph or an arena and you have Steph sign your card, and then Panini authenticates it. That's what that's for, so I'm going to leave that blank. Sign by, it should automatically auto-populate this athlete. It doesn't, so you have to kind of double dip and list them again. The options here for autograph format are hard sign, meaning on card, a cut signature, or a label sticker. So most of the time it's label sticker, and then that's my credit card, so don't look at that. This right here is going to be the number of your card. If it's a base card, it'll be, you know, like number 197. Sometimes on these inserts, the number up here is HS.-cat. I don't know necessarily on the parallels or the autograph insert sets that it really needs a number, but I added it either way. There's a lot of additional stuff that you can do. It's not worth the time and effort, I wouldn't think, unless you're selling, again, like a $5,000 card. If you're selling something that you really, really, really care to sell for and get as many eyeballs on it as possible, fill this out. But for the most part, I just kind of ignore it. For your item description, I have just a very generic template I'd recommend. A lot of people think this is their chance to sit down and pen the next great American novel. That's not really what you need to do. This is very customer facing, so you're trying to just be short, to the point, and people are lazy. They don't want to read a lot, so just be as concise as possible. I usually start by saying, here's the card. If there are any flaws, disclose them. This card has a soft corner on the back bottom right. See pictures for the overall condition. If it has a flaw that I'm mentioning, I'm going to try to take a good close-up of that and say, here it is. Please see it for yourself. I don't want to ship this to you, and then you'll be like, oh, it has a flaw. Like, that's very annoying. Always feel free to ask questions or send inquiries. If you want more pictures, let me know. That sort of thing, I'm happy to help. I offer free combined shipping, and I ship fast and securely. Thanks for looking. If you want to just copy and paste this, it is going to be in my accompanying article. I would encourage you to just use this exact format, change it slightly based on what you're selling, but use this as your description. It has been bulletproof for a decade. Finally, selling details. Fixed price versus auction, we're going to cover that more in a follow-up video. What's more beneficial, whether you should do auctions or fixed prices, looking at the final selling price of both of those and trying to come up with some kind of comparison, whether or not it's beneficial with some athletes to do a buy it now or an auction. So stay tuned for that. For this one, we'll just kind of like lightly walk through it. I'll say I have not done any research here, but just for the sake of like showing you how to fill out the forms, I'm saying $300, quantity 1. You can make your listing private, which allows buyers to remain anonymous to other eBay users. I'd only recommend that if you're selling harvested human organs. Make a donation. You can donate a percentage of sales to a charity of your choice. I'd only recommend that if you're a good human being. That is why I have never clicked this option. You can require immediate payment through eBay if you do the buy it now. Now all payments are managed through eBay, so this one's going to be like auto-checked. But if you want to require immediate buy it now payment, you can. Sales tax is going to be based on the state you live in. I'm in Oklahoma, so you just select Oklahoma and it should auto-populate the percentage at some point, like in the actual transaction. So domestic shipping, a lot of different options here. You can do flat, calculated, freight, no shipping, local pickup only. Do not do that, please. I usually do flat, and I usually charge $3.99. Shipping prices have gone up. My rates never have, so I might have to adjust at some point, but I don't really care. There's a lot of other options that we've talked about on card lines before, such as like the eBay standard envelope, where you can ship all cards valued under $20 for like 99 cents with tracking, or 79 cents with tracking or something. It's a beautiful thing. You ought to check that out if you haven't. It actually incentivizes basically selling the $20 cards that used to not be worth selling, so check that out. Handling time, it's all about the experience that you're trying to create for the buyer. 3 business days is probably too much now when you have Amazon Prime that you can have delivered to your door the next day. I've left it at 3 business days because I travel a lot and I don't ever want to be like, oh, sorry, friend, it'll be 6 days before I can ship that. I usually try to set an out of office reminder basically on my eBay auctions that if you're buying it now, I'll be away. Package and weight, it's going to change based on what you're listing. And I think basically that is all for today. So Remember to fill out all those, be very diligent about it. And I get asked sometimes like why it matters. The truth of the situation is eBay is a business, and their business plan, they make profit by selling their cards. So they have personal interest in selling your cards for the most money possible, because the more they sell for, the more eBay can get for it. Because of that, they are prioritizing the cards that have been properly listed, because they think that those are going to be the ones that sell for the best. So just by taking the extra 5 minutes to fill out all this info, you're telling eBay and signifying to them that you're serious about this. You think that this is a valuable card that is worth their time to promote, and because of that, they're going to put a lot more eyeballs on your card. Super valuable, definitely worth the time and the short investment of energy that it's going to take to fill out these 5 minutes worth of extra details on all your auctions. And if you want to get the absolute most out of each one of your sales, this is the way to do it. Come back for our next video and we're going to learn some more stuff. Thanks.